Last night, we had the Tokyo Game Show live letter, and in this video we'll be covering all of the content which was shown during this event. Overall, patch 3.1 will most definitely be, quote, the casual patch, close quote. There also weren't as much information in this live letter overall, although there will be another live letter on the 25th of October for us to be looking out for. First things first, the release patch for 3.1 will be within the first week of November or an additional 6 weeks from now. This is attributed due to a vacation that a majority of the development team took right after the launch of Heavensward. The second biggest piece of information, in my opinion, is the change to a ninja's mudras. There will be behind the scenes changes to the mudras to make them essentially smoother. Now, this will have a very big effect on the usability of the ninja, as there will be less notable global cooldown clipping, thus increasing the overall DPS output of the job. Alright, let's actually move on and discuss the content in patch 3.1. 3.1 will be called As Light Goes, So Goes Darkness. The main scenario will be the continuation of the Dragon Song War storyline from the 3.0 arc, as well as involvement with the Warrior of Darkness. 3.1 will also see the introduction of the new relic quests for all jobs. They did not go into any detail about the relics other than stating that they will be in the patch. The Void arc will be the casual tier 24 man raid similar to the Crystal Tower raids in A Realm Reborn, and just like the Crystal Tower arc will include the bosses from previous Final Fantasy titles. Difficulty will be what we're currently used to of the 24 man raid, not as challenging but still may be difficult due to the nature of the Duty Finder. Speaking of Duty Finder, the typical party setup will also be exactly the same as what we saw in the World of Darkness: 3 tanks, 6 healers, 15 DPS. There will also be 2 different loot restrictions per week. One is for gear drops, another will be for an upgrade item for esoterics, the Gob Coat, the Gob Twine, and apparently the Gob Dip, although I cannot confirm the Gob Dip for certain. The next piece of major content will be the Airship exploration, otherwise known as exploratory missions. You'll be able to go out and explore islands as an alliance with your free company Airship, and there will also be other parties on these islands. These exploration islands will be treated as non-instanced open fields. Even if you don't have a free company, there will be an exploration service where you can hire one of these airships from Ishgard. So you can essentially go solo. However, there will be benefits to going to these islands as an FC alliance, rather than going solo. As for the mobs themselves which are on the island, they will be very, very, very powerful. Allegedly, the weakest monster will be equivalent to an A rank, and internally they will span between level 80 and 90 monsters on these islands. They will also play host to notorious monsters and hyper notorious monsters, the kind that players saw in Final Fantasy XI. It is unconfirmed how they will work, but all we know is that they will be the bosses of these islands. Gatherers can also collect extremely rare items and resources, some of which are completely unique and only available on these islands. There will also be a chest mechanic where there will be 3 types of chests which can drop, allegedly from these notorious monsters: gold, silver and bronze. Items up to eye level 210 ethereal pinks can drop in gold chests. Unwanted items can also be exchanged for points, which in turn can be exchanged for more gear and items. Due to the nature of ethereal gear, which in terms of power is only 1 stage above normal whites, the item rolls of these items will be randomly generated. You may end up with items which are completely useless. However, there is still that extremely small probability that you can land the jackpot with a 6 affix ethereal piece of equipment with the potential to be best in slot. The appearance of gear will also be randomly generated on these ethereal pieces, and you may find some pieces which resemble the old High Elegant pieces with a colour reskin. The last piece of content they talked about is the Lord of Verminion, which would be Final Fantasy's version of Pokemon battles, but with minions that yourself have unlocked. It is also rather similar to another game owned by Square Enix, Lord of Vermilion. There are two modes, RTS or real-time strategy, or TBS, turn-based. Essentially, you summon your minions and let them do battle. You win the match by destroying your enemy's Arcana stones in a red vs blue style of match. Each match will last a maximum of 10 minutes. Each minion have their own base stats which differ per minion. For example, Yuguri has 335 HP, 55 attack, 50 defense and 2-star speed. Every minion also have their own unique skills and abilities. Some minions are more powerful than others and have much stronger skills. However, there will be a set cost required to summon a minion, known as supply units. Think of it as a temporary cost to summon minions onto the field. You have in total 420 supply units per match, however, only 60 of them are available at the beginning. The cost of the minion is only active whilst the minion is on the field. If said minion is removed from the field or defeated, you will regain those original points spent to summon the minion. There are 5 tiers of costs, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30, and of course the more powerful minions cost more to summon. There are also 4 types of minions: poppers, monsters, critters and gadgets. They will also have the typical combat triangle. Poppets beat monsters, which beat critters, which beat poppets. The gadgets have no advantages or disadvantages over any monster type. On top of that, there are also 5 different game modes: tutorial, challenge, training, battle and tournament. And that pretty much covers all of the new content which was displayed during this live letter. Also note that they never showed off the new Primal, which will be coming in 3.1, nor gave any in-depth information about the new relic, so hopefully all of this will be available in the next live letter. If you enjoyed this video and thought it was informative, please give it a thumbs up and tell me your thoughts about the new content down in the comment section below. As always guys, thanks for watching, take care, and I see you all next time.